Hey guys, it's me. It's early morning on a Sunday, and I just wanted to sit down and play. And I thought I'd turn on the camera. There's really no plan. Just getting my feet wet and just playing and seeing what happens. Um, this is a piece of a manila folder that I glued some random bits of collage on. Don't know where it's going or any of that, but I just wanted to play with it and see what happens. Um, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is put a little gesso in here so the paint will stick to it better. And I'm going to water down the gesso, so I don't want it as thick as it is. I just want a light layer. I bought this, I don't know if you guys see my other videos, but I talked about homemade gesso. And when I first started making it with the baby powder, I liked it because I loved the way it smelled and I loved the way it felt. It was smooth, but it gave it tooth. But then, I was on a post one day and we were talking about homemade gesso, and somebody asked how I made it, and somebody else commented about how the baby powder and the way I was making it, it wasn't waterproof. Um, and gesso needs to have the tooth, and then so they suggest the plaster of Paris. So I made some of that, and I use that gesso in my magazine journal that I'm working in. Use the rest of that bit up, but I couldn't get it to be as smooth as I'd like, less gritty. So I went out to the store, and gesso is very expensive for what it is, for what it's meant to do. It was very expensive, and I didn't want to have to keep buying it. And I didn't like, when I first started mixed media, I had bought the Liquitex gesso, and it did the job, but I really didn't care for it too much. I don't know, I didn't like the texture, didn't like the way it smelled. But I thought, if I'm really gonna get into the art, then I really needed to find a gesso that I was happy with. That didn't cost an arm and a leg. Golden is talked about all the time and how it's the best, and Golden is very expensive, unfortunately. And again, for what it's meant to do, I don't feel like paying that kind of cost. So I was at Hobby Lobby the other day, and I bought this big jar of Master's Touch acrylic gesso, and it's $14.99, but once you use the 40% off coupon, it becomes very affordable for this big huge jar. And actually, in using it the last couple days, I really like it so far. We'll see as I use it more, but I really like how smooth it is. It doesn't have a funky smell. I don't know, I really like it. So we'll see how that works out. Let's see. Oh, I used glue stick to lay these down. I'm hoping that You know, this is just a play piece, but I'm hoping that the paints in that will help the paper stay down. So I didn't want to get all messy and just a play piece, because then if it doesn't turn out, then haven't wasted my good products on it. But we'll see. And the colors I chose are ones to complement the colors that are already in here. So I got a couple pinks. One's Razzleberry by Americana, and the other one is Flamingo by Americana. And then I brought in Bahama Blue and Spa Blue by Americana. Love those colors. And then I brought in a couple greens, the greens that I like, Apple Green, Irish Moss, and Foliage Green, all by Americana. So we'll see what happens. Let's see, so I need a brush. Oh, also I brought in my Artist Lofts Light Magenta as well. And I'm just going to get this brush, I think will be fine. A little bit. And I may use my finger for some of it. I may use my brush. We'll see. Let's put out a little bit of the pink. Bring in some of the blues. I really have no plan for this page. I just glued down some papers and just thought I'd mess with it a little bit. Now I'm going to bring in the green, so I'm going to wrench my brush a little bit. I don't make lake mud. I think I'll start with the foliage green. Sorry if I'm not too talkative. Like I said, it's still early in the morning, and I've had my coffee, but I'm not fully awake yet, I don't think. It's quiet here, so I guess that's why I'm quiet. I don't know if I'll post this video, but if I do, I hope you guys forgive the quiet. Okay. Let's see, what do we think? I think I like that. I think now I'm going to bring in a little bit of white. I know it looks a little messy right now, but as I say, you gotta work through the ugly, as they call it. I'm still doing that in my art. I like how the white brings out some of the colors. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe not. A little bit more over here. good. Clean up my mess. Hope you guys are being creative and enjoying your Sunday. It's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all those out there that may be watching. Alright, now let me dry this a minute. Dry enough. Now, let's see, where do I want to go next? Let's do some stamping. So, I think I'm going let's do let's bring in some yellow. liking that so far. This is actually a homemade stamp, or not even a stamp, maybe just a mark maker. It's made out of polymer clay. And this was just I had bought some of those soap stamps from Michaels way back when I was doing polymer clay, and this is those rubber soap stamps to make impressions when you're making homemade soap. I never used it for that. I just used it for mark making, and it's just a leaf, and I have a couple different sizes of those. Okay, let me try this a second. Now I think I'm going to I think that's good. And I'm sure you guys have seen this before. This is just those needle point plastics. I use that to make marks. So let's see. I think I'm gonna put flowers here. And this shape kind of looks like a frog, I think. So I think I'm gonna work with that. I think I'm gonna make those into flowers and this into a frog, and we'll see how it works out. How should we do this? Should I use my Stabilo? Should I paint it in? Maybe I'll draw it in first. Regular pencil. Hmm. As you guys can tell, I can't draw very well, but I'm trying. Well, maybe I should get a reference picture, right? So I can figure out how to do the feet. I do like that. That's looking like a good frog. Alright. Well, I'll get my cell phone here in a minute. Time. It's been almost a half hour. Okay. This is part 1, guys. Hold on.